you're here representing the industry, and yet you also have significant involvement in both IEEE and SGIP. So maybe you can build a bridge and sort of explain how this all comes together.
Thanks, Anto. Just with respect to the IEEE Standards Association that Dick just talked about, I'm also on the Board of Governors of the IEEE Standards Association, and chairing the governing board of the NIST SGIP work. So kind of a bridge between the two. I want to say with respect to the work, any standards work that we do, collaboration, which is the theme, the big theme for this morning, is very critical, and it's become more critical as the industry has changed. If we look at, well, I've been involved with the Power and Energy Society, so the 44 societies in IEEE, the one that I'm most active in is the PES. The industry has changed in many respects much faster, than we've been able to restructure our own societies. So, as an example, we have 17 technical committees in the PES, and technology has advanced to the point where, on paper, realistically, some of our technical committees should probably join forces and work together, because devices today, we don't have separate protection, separate electronics, like an RTU, and separate communications. We're all in one, right? We have one integrated device we call an intelligent electronic device. But yet, the structure of a lot of our technical committees still maintain individual technical committees, one for communications, one for protection, one for substation automation. So, to get things done from a standards point of view, collaboration is very important. And what we've been doing for many years is if the leadership really has to say, the work that we need to do, we need input. Maybe our home is a substation committee, but we need input from communications, and we need input from protection. And for years now, for decades, we've been jointly or co-locating the meetings with the other groups. So as an example, in 1991, in the Substations Committee, we reached out to the Relay Committee. And once a year then, from then on, we co-located our meetings together, so that the work we were doing in substations, we needed the input from the protection folks. We met together. So I really applaud what Anto's done this week, with Connectivity Week, because one way, the best way to me to foster collaboration is to co-locate and have the groups meeting together, and hopefully then that causes the cross-fertilization, that we really need for standards. So, the question is, how do you collaborate? It really doesn't work in forcing it top-down. The leadership of NIST, the leadership of 2030, you have to do this. What we really want to do is create the environment. The leadership should create the environment, such as co-location, so that, where we really want the collaboration is at the working level, right? The PAPs, the DUGs, the Testing and Certification Committee, the Architecture Committee, the Cybersecurity Working Group. Have the different parties that have input to provide from the different stakeholder groups in the same location. To me, that's the best way to do it. And events like this week are the ones that really foster that. And so from a leadership point of view, it's not a mandate situation for collaboration. For me, it's co-location, creating the environment, and letting the technical folks then that get together, the collaboration will then occur.